By the end of this video, you are going to have 5 pieces of advice that a professional IGL has given me on how to become a better IGL and be more confident in this game so that you can lead your teammates in this game and come up with the best strategies to make it to a high level in this game. I'm not an IGL myself, it's a role I'll never play, but I understand the complexities of it and the work that goes into playing the hardest role inside of this game. But before we get into that, let's talk about something that is not hard to understand at all: CS2 skins. And I've got to give you a message. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, COJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description. Alright, so I recently asked my teammate MDS, who is a professional IGL here in North America, for my team Take Flight, what are some things that people who want to be IGLs can do to improve, and what they need to do in order to make sure that they are able to be the best in-game leader possible. That is what IGL stands for. And the number one piece of advice he gave me to start out was become self-confident outside of the game. Now, why is this the first thing that he told me? Because how are you going to lead a group of players, your teammates, inside the game if you are not confident in yourself outside of the server, right? In order to be a leader inside the game, you've got to be somebody that is confident, knows what they're doing, and has the ability to give their own life direction and provide that stability that is going to help other players on your roster prosper, right? If you want to be an IGL, you can't be someone that has a super messy life and it just has all these obligations that is taking you away from being the best person that you are, right? If you find that you're extremely lazy, that you can't be consistent, you have all these things, then IGLing is probably going to be the last role you want to try to pick up, because you've got to be confident outside of the game. You've got to be very able, you got to be self-sufficient in order to really succeed inside of this role. So gaining that confidence in real life, whether it be playing other sports, in your own job, in your school, everything that you do is going to help with that. And ways to improve that is just getting out there and talking with people, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. These are going to build skills that you're going to use as an IGL in game. Now, the second thing that he told me, guys, is subscribe to COJO. I'm just kidding, guys. The second thing that he said is to become a student of the game and to be prepared to work harder than anybody else. That's his words, not mine, right? So why did he say to be a student of the game? Because in order to be an IGL, you need to have the deepest understanding of Counter-Strike in order to manage all of the players on the team to put them towards a common goal to succeed, right? You are not just worried about one part of the game. You're worried about the entire map and understanding what's going on all around, right? Say on your T side, right? You're on T side dust 2. You're worried about what is going on long side, on middle and B side, right? But you're not just worried about what your team's doing. You're worried about how the CTs are reacting, how they're pushing and pulling around the map, so that you can create a plan to make sure that you are optimally taking advantage of the pieces of the puzzle going on around the map. You have to be able to learn. You have to have that kind of mindset if you ever want to be a solid IGL, and you're going to have to work harder, because you're not just worrying about yourself. You are worrying about every single piece of the puzzle. You're gonna have to come up with the strats, the defaults, the mid rounds, and these kind of things, and give direction to the team. So if you don't want to work hard, IGLing is not for you, because IGLs have to work harder than any role out there. So hey, shout out to all the IGLs out there. Shout out to MDS, you're amazing. All right, the third thing that my IGL MDS told me that we need to work on if we want to be good IGLs is to establish a clear play style that you want to play. Why is this so important? Because if you don't know what style you want to play inside of the game, you are going to confuse your teammates and confuse yourself, and nobody is going to be on the same page, right? This is detrimental to trying to succeed as an IGL and bring your team together, because say you have one player that likes to play super aggro and he wants to play like this, and another player that plays super passive and wants to sit in the corner and bait teammates and yell at them when they mess up, and then another player that doesn't want to listen and is just hopping around here vibing out. That's not going to work. You've got too many playstyles clashing and mixing, and nobody's on the same page. If you are an IGL, you got to get people onto the same page and say, look, we are going to play this type of playstyle, and we're going to play aggressive. We're going to lose sometimes because of the aggression that we're playing, but that is what we are going to do. Our strats are going to be aggressive. On this side of the map, we are going to dominate it and play this way. And this playstyle can change game to game, right? This can be a big picture or a short-term picture if you're playing a team that is vulnerable on one side of the map. Hey guys, this game, our entire playstyle is going to be abusing A long because their long player does not know what he's doing. Just something as simple like that, getting people on the same page and understanding that you are the leader and they're going to follow your direction. The number 4 thing that our IGL told us to improve on to get better at this game in order to be the best we possibly can be is to be a positive force but learn when to say no. As an IGL, you have to be the one that provides good energy to the team. Obviously, anyone on the team can do this, but if you are the leader, you're the IGL, your voice is going to be the most important, and your ability to be a positive force is going to impact the team greatly, right? So, you know, if you're uplifting the team, letting them know how good they are, you're doing the dirty work for them, right? Maybe you're running in first so that you can spectate and direct them. And when they win around, you're just going crazy. You're praising them, telling them how good they are, how good of a, you know, clutch it was, how good of an execution it was. It goes so far in team morale, and team morale is everything because confidence plays into that. And when your team is confident, you're going to be running smoothly, right? But you need to be able to say no as an IGL. You're going to be brought with a lot of ideas, a lot of plans, a lot of mid rounds, and things that could be both great and things that may not be the best for your team. You've got to be able to be positive, but also learn how to shut down some of those ideas and, you know, not actually just do every single thing that's said. At the end of the day, you are the boss, you are the leader of the team, and you need to make sure that it's clear that you have the final say in a lot of this stuff. And you know, the system's going to be running through what you want to do and what you want to call, right? So say you have 4 guys out long here and your B lurker thinks he has a gap on B, but you know, you don't think he's actually gonna have space. You're seeing the game completely differently, and your B guy's like, guys, I think you should all come back to B site and come out here. And you're the IGL and you're like, guys, no, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Take your timing. We're gonna keep going long. There's no time for that, right? You're the leader, you're the boss. Get your boys on the page and create a plan, and as long as they believe in your plan, it's going to work. So also, if you're not IGLing out there, have trust in your IGL. Even if you don't think it's the best plan, get behind what he does and you will be a great player. It doesn't matter how good of a player you are. If you can't listen to your IGL, if you can't get behind what your IGL is saying, you are going to be screwing your team over so bad. And I've seen players from open all the way to pro league doing that, and it just hurts the team so badly. So it's something we can all learn from. But all right, guys, the last thing that my IGL said, the number 5 thing that we can do to become better IGLs. Before we get into that, like I said, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment how you're enjoying it so far and, you know, what you think of this video. The 5th thing he said is to create a support system of people that aren't involved in your competitive journey to bring you up when times are tough. As a competitor inside of this game, it can be absolutely brutal sometimes, and we covered that in my last video I just posted on, you know, how to get through those tough times in those moments. But what MDS is referring to right here is the fact that if you are putting yourself all into Counter-Strike, every single person in your life is Counter-Strike related, you don't have that many IRL people, friends, family around you, you are going to struggle so hard. It's not impossible to make it. It's not, you know, I'm not saying you're never going to be pro if you don't have people around you that are outside of Counter-Strike, but it is so miserable when you are on a big loss streak and you can't find your groove and you're going through a slump and you don't have anybody to positively help you rebound from that. The thing I love doing when I'm going through a slump or feeling bad about Counter-Strike is I love resetting by doing real life things with my friends, my, you know, loved ones, people around me, and it's so great to clear the mind and be able to do that, right? If you don't have that, you really are going to struggle, especially as an IGL, because you're pouring in so much to the game. So you've got to be able to have people around you that you can talk to, share things with, and that aren't involved on your team, aren't involved in the game, so that you can kind of have that refresher and that mental clarity that you are really needing. So it's so important, and honestly, that might be one of the greatest things on this list. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and check me out live. I stream pretty much every single weekday. I'm riding to the top to be the #1 Faceit player in North America. You can follow me on my pro journey as well, and thank you so much for the support. Check out all my socials down below, and I love to hear your feedback on this video. So you guys keep grinding, keep doing your thing, and good luck in your IGL, and peace out.